Hold up.
Can y'all hear me?
We can hear you. We can hear you.
All right. You're not a senator. That's number one.
Yes, but we ain't gonna start this foolishness.
Let me
We ain't
pull
gonna
up.
start this foolishness. Oh Lord, I didn't turn my camera
All right, boys.
back around. I want to turn my camera back around. How does this work? Front camera. There we go. We in there. We in there. We are in there. Let's put a big old. Let's go. What we waiting on? We waiting on.
So I'm gonna be in here, so you can hear.
Well, let's go. Let's go. What we waiting on?
Caleb, hush, hush,
Let's
hush,
go.
hush.
I'm gonna start with this. Homosexual.
Make sure my facts are.
All right. I'm trying to upload to Instagram right now. Put the podcast on Instagram.
You could have been did that while we was struggling to get in here. You could have been did that.
Right.
I didn't realize it was broken until now.
Mm-hmm. So they're rushing me. Instead of rushing, yeah, I gotta find the questions.
Oh Lord, we in the Bahamas.
Gotta find questions.
We in the Bahamas.
I cannot believe that it really broke on me like that. Wow.
Broke.
It broke on me. This is astonishing. It really
Broke.
decided to break me. Hopefully, I fix it. Let's say a prayer that it
Prayer.
works.
Yes, sir. Father God. That's all I got right now. That's all I got right now.
That's all I ever. Come on now, where the? Don't do that.
All right, we're up. We're up. We're up. All right, let's get started.
Let's go. Let's go. Who was
Oh,
Sam?
welcome. Okay.
Okay. What's going on? All right.
Did it really just end? Wow. I'm tired of this social media difficulties at this point. I'm very tired of it. I wasted my time fixing that just for it to break as soon as I closed the tab. All right. Do y'all think we can do it on first try now?
No.
Oh my God. Really? Is it really acting? Okay, here we go. Here we go. We're up now, finally. So let's go with the first question here. Who do you
What
support
is
in 2024 presidential election?
starting off hot?
Let's start on Patrick.
Absolutely. I'm voting for none other than this man right here. This man right here. He's got my full support. You can't take him off the ballot here in Texas, and because of that, he's got my support. He's got. If I could vote twice, I would. That's who I'm voting for every time.
Next person, Nick.
Well, personally, I believe that well, really, I think I have my eyes on Robert F. Kennedy Jr. because mainly he's a third party and basically he's not a part of the two-party system. And quite frankly, we just need something different. I mean, if anything, if Kennedy don't make it too far, I might just vote Trump. I just might vote Trump. My mama she's been a lifelong Democrat, and even she is very close to voting for Trump. So I mean, it's either Kennedy Jr. or Trump.
Caleb,
You know, as of right now, I'm voting Trump. As of right now, until he gets convicted of something, we're voting Trump. That's how we're gonna do that.
I disagree with every single one of y'all opinions, just for this reason. Donald Trump and Joe Biden is the same people, just under different parties. They both want to take your guns. They both want to take your fundamental rights. They both have a cult behind them. They are both a part of the bureaucracy or behind the United States government. Therefore, I place my support behind Nikki Haley for president. And for the Democratic side, I place my belief in Dean Phillips of the Democratic Party representing Minnesota. Those two candidates separate themselves from the establishment of both parties. That's why I support them. I'm tired of the same old people. I'm tired of people.
If I
I'm tired of
if I
people old
remember
enough to
correctly,
be my great grandparents running for office. I'm very tired of old candidates that act like they're different than the opposite party when they're both dementia ridden. They're both. We had Donald Trump saying he ran against Barack Obama in 2016. We had Donald Trump saying we had World War III already. Then he corrected himself. He's making the same mistakes as Joe Biden. Why do we put our trust in Donald
No,
Trump?
let me say this much.
Why? Why?
Let me say this much. One thing you cannot do is compare Donald Trump's physical and mental capabilities to Joe Biden. Okay.
yes, you can.
Because,
Yes, you can.
no,
Yes, you can.
no, you
Yes, you
cannot.
can.
You can't do
Yes,
that.
you can.
Joe Biden got
Joe
dementia.
Biden is
He has dementia.
If Joe Biden wins the presidential election, he will make history as the oldest president in American history. If Donald Trump wins the presidency, he will make history.
I'm not
as the
saying
oldest
age. I'm not saying
in American
age-wise.
history.
I'm saying
And they both
capable
show
abilities.
that they are not in shape. You can look at President Trump. I love him. He's who I'm voting for, but he is not in the best of shape. Joe Biden is not in the best of shape. Yeah, Joe Biden's stumbling and falling over, but Trump, when it comes to his words, his memory, you can see that sometimes it's not always there. I'm not sure if you've ever been to one of his rallies, but he goes on. His mind loses him. He starts talking about something that has nothing to do with anything.
Let's remember when he accidentally said he was endorsing somebody in a whole different other state when he was campaigning in I believe he was campaigning in Nebraska, but he said he placed his support into Ohio Senate candidate. That is pure mental insanity. He's way too old to be endorsing candidates, hopping up on stages and speaking.
He's not there.
Hey, listen, both of them old. They're both old.
Republican
They are both old. But we cannot say that Trump. I've heard my mother said this, my grandmother said this, my great grandmother, 97 years old. She done said this too. If Biden gets reelected, he will die in office.
And so will Trump. Trump is obese. Most of Trump's siblings died at the age of 80 something. He's the only one left.
What that mean? What they got to do with Donald J. Trump? Okay,
but his siblings were
poor.
Alcoholics. They were alcoholics, drug heads.
Exactly.
Poor. They weren't as active as him. So
Trump is definitely not active. He's obese. He said he was. He said he was. He said he weighed 210. He said
no, he's very active.
He said he weighed 210. You know who was also 210? Lamar Jackson. Donald Trump is not built like Lamar Jackson. He lied about his weight. He's obese.
So
he's obese.
President Trump has enough going on around him to where that blood is not going to stop anytime soon. That heart is. You get stacked on top of some court cases and billionaires' problems and all that stuff. Unless he died from a stress heart attack, he's not going anywhere.
He eats McDonald's and drinks Diet Coke, acting like those two will outweigh it.
What's wrong with some? No. What's wrong with McDonald's?
He's overtaking McDonald's. We know he is. Look at him.
I have right now next to me. Right,
is.
I got a dozen Krispy Kreme donuts.
All right, bro. Let's go to the next question.
That was my meal. Don't do that about my president.
You ain't
Next
gonna call them. You ain't gonna do that.
Is systemic racism a significant issue in society today? And if so, what are some effective strategies to combat it? Nick,
Well, I don't really totally 100% believe in systemic racism. Why? Because I mean, I can take for example, my mother. sh- she was a book. So before we moved to Ohio, she was a bookkeeper in New York, and for 18 years she worked hard um to make sure that me and my siblings can eventually move to Ohio and stuff like that. I mean, we were in the ghetto. We was basically
Ghetto.
in the Bronx. We was in the Bronx. It was some hard times, some rough times. And so, I mean, to be honest, I mean, if my mother, a colored woman in America, can make it and make it for me and my siblings, I don't think that. I think all black people, all folks, all of our folks can make it forward. All of our folks can make it forward and reach the American dream.
Patrick,
I believe systemic racism is very alive and well in today's America. It's there. It's very obvious. Now I see the smile on your face, Aiden. Let me help you out here. Systemic racism is a system holding someone down simply because of their race. And I believe that the black community, with the help of the white savior, has created a false system, right, to hold our people down. We can look back in the summer of 2020 that they called the summer of love with the riots. White people were pretty much giving everything they had to the black man, saying, "Oh, we're so sorry that we're oppressing you," kissing black people on the feet. I mean, it was
As they
outrageous.
should.
And these are the things that have led us as the black community to say, yeah, we're oppressed. We can't make it. And we now have that mindset to make it. So as long as we continue with this mindset that we can't do it, then of course we're not going to be able to do it. Aiden, you know that I, of all people, know what success looks like. I wake up to a nice house, family's got nice jobs. You know, we're not in the ghetto. We're not poor. We got a little something, right?
Yeah.
So I know that that anyone can make it, right? My grandma walked out of her home at 16 years old, pregnant, from Texas to California on her own, 16 years old. So come on now, if she was able to make it and have 2 kids that are now even more successful, you'd be all right, especially in 2023.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
Unless you're like Caitlyn, then
now
Yeah.
you're bad. You're in a
I
bad.
agree with everything.
You're in a bad place if you're like Caitlyn.
I agree with
We'll talk
everything
about
you
him
stated. For the reason is that in this society we have our own issues in our own inner space. We put
Right.
ourselves down. We can raise the barrier higher than what it is. We can't go around moping. Oh my god. Oh my god. The white people want me to be nothing. Oh my god. They're racist. Oh my god. When I go outside, they're going to shoot me. We can't do that to
Yeah.
ourselves. We cannot do that to ourselves. We have to put our ego. Like I usually don't say this, but we have to raise our mental awareness to our own communities. In our own communities,
Yeah.
we have to have a mental intolerance for the behavior that happens within our own society. We have to combat it. We have to just push it out, move on. We just have to. What can I say? Push our own selves up. They won't do it, so we need to do it. We can't just go around saying we can't do things when we can. Simple
Yeah.
as that. Uh,
Who outside? Go in the house.
it's your
Go by the
turn.
racetrack.
It's your turn. Caleb, it's your turn.
Yeah,
Easy
I
kid.
agree. We need, as a society, we need to push ourselves to that point where we can't say that systemic racism is pulling us down. We can't allow for that to be our excuse for being lazy. Okay, we cannot say that, oh well, I can't go get a job because systemic racism. No, you're just lazy. Okay, you're just lazy. Stay poor then, but don't blame it on systemic racism. Okay, so I think we need to hold ourselves accountable and stop using systemic racism as the scapegoat, as Kevin McCarthy would say.
Word of the day: stay poor. Wonderful. Yeah, thank you for that.
Sam, are you here?
Sam, I am. Sam, I am.
He said he's making his dinner right now. So white man got eaten.
Okay.
White.
What should be the punishment for illegal immigration, and should there be a punishment for illegal immigration? Patrick?
We know.
I didn't see this. So, I believe it's simple. I was talking to a man. His name is Samuel Hall, and he works for the PFA militia. They go down on the border, and they were saying how when the illegal immigrants come over, the border security, all they can do is say, no, go back, no, don't come. And once they're here, they're like, oh, well, now you're here. Okay, stand in line. We're going to give you a wristband, and we're going to put you in these camps. But if an American citizen crosses to Mexico, they're going to question you. Why are you here? No, you can't. You got to go back. They don't even, there's no line for you to stand in. No. You got to go back. And so we need to be able to do what they're doing. Now, of course, you can't shoot them, because if you shoot across, then, that's war. But we need to deport them. No, you can't come. Turn around and go back. I mean, he was on live FaceTiming with me, showing me the people that were coming across the border. And these were not Mexico's best. They weren't Mexico's best. I mean, the tattoos that they had and the groups of how they walked around, you knew that these weren't people trying to seek asylum. That was a military coming across. That was gangs. Those were people coming over that could possibly rape our children here, steal our children, and put them in trafficking, bring fentanyl and things into America. It's obvious. It's obvious. And like Trump said, they're not bringing their best. He was right. Now there's some people, kids on their back that are dead. The kids are dead on their back as they're coming into America, and I feel bad for them. But at the same time, we have to still make sure that we can maintain order, while at the same time being morally correct with how we're doing it. So I don't think there should be a punishment. It should be, we're just going to send you back. And you can then, or when you do get here, get in line, start the registration process, and then go back. We can help you start this registration process. But you can't just let them roam free and across our country, and we don't know who they are.
Nick?
I agree totally with what Patrick said. 100%. With 100%. No disagreements there.
Caleb?
Negative Caleb, here we
go. Patrick was correct on some things, but we also need to reform our legal policies to make sure that create more incentives and benefits into immigrating legally, and so that people have the motivation to go through that dragged out legal process to get into this country. We need to set a precedent that America is accepting immigrants. We're accepting them legally, and we need to show the immigrants that we do want.
Question. I got a question.
You were just doing a bunch of yapping.
I saw Patrick's face. I couldn't take myself seriously.
You just talking because you can. Caleb, do you know who organizes the agreement of the border?
I believe that's the Department of Homeland Security.
Is it?
Pretty certain on that one.
Oh God.
It's
pretty
not.
certain on that one. Well,
America and Mexico had to come to an agreement. And do you know what Mexico told Biden? There is a
No, but I
limit.
know you're gonna tell me.
You show right. There is a limit of how many people we can send back. We can only send back about 100,000 people a day. Millions are flooding our border.
Right.
And if we
There you
break
go.
that agreement, we don't really know what they'll do because we haven't tried it.
We should try
My
it.
thing
I say
is
try it because I mean, hey, they're not gonna beat us.
exactly. My
But
thing is
they made Biden bow down, and they said, "Hey, you can only send back so many people." Mexico doesn't
And
want.
And
And
that's
we gotta
another
remember.
reason that I will never support Biden. He,
Well, and
he
it's not even Biden. They did it to Obama. They tried to.
they
do
did it to Trump. Trump
They
said
did.
no, they didn't do it
Mexico
to
will pay
Trump.
for the
Yes, they
border
did.
wall.
tried to
But did
do
that
it to
happen?
Trump.
Yes, no.
They
They
attempted
did
to
it.
do it to Trump.
They did it. They raised the number a little bit because what we have to realize is it's not just Mexico coming in. You have people from Africa coming in. You have people from South America coming in. We focus a lot on our southern border. What about our northern border? Our northern
Nobody, no Canadians is immigrated to America. I'm telling you that.
Right.
I mean, that's not true.
telling you
That's
that
not
now.
true. But
No
Canadians are coming
Canadians
in, but
want to
it's
come
not
over
at
here.
the
I'm
rate
telling you
that
that
they're
now.
doing it at.
We are making
Ramaswamy,
ourselves like fools.
Ramaswamy made that very clear. I saw
This
Ramaswamy.
I-
follow him
idea
on-
that
But it's
Canadians
more
wanna
secure, Caleb.
illegal-
It's more
illegally immigrate
secure
to
up
America.
north. I want you to try to illegally immigrate to Canada, and then I want you to try to come back.
No, sir. If you
gonna have a
sir,
hard time.
actually, that you're
Who
incorrect
wants
there.
to
You're
go
wrong
to
there.
Canada? Who wants from
Vivek
Canada wants to come
Ramaswamy-
to America?
Vivek
Nobody.
Vivek Ramaswamy made a video at the northern Canadian border. He went down a fence line. Fence line just stopped. Fence line just stopped right there, and he walked into Canada. And there wasn't anybody for a solid 100 acres.
No.
I'm telling
I
you
don't
now,
want you to
nobody
walk
from
into
Canada
Canada.
wants to
I
come to
want you to
America.
walk from Canada to the United States. That's what I want you to do.
I
They
can't
can
do
do it.
that. I live in Detroit.
They can do
I
it.
gotta go for a
They
record.
they
Going to
walk
have a
right
rough
in.
time. You're
If
going
you've
to have a
seen our northern border,
Yes,
you
I
would
have.
see that nowhere
You're
is
going
it,
to have
is
a
it as secure as our southern
You're
border.
gonna have a very rough time.
No,
Very
sir.
Because the
The
thing is,
Canadians are going to give us a rough time. That's what you're saying. Greg.
Exactly.
They're not.
The
They
Canadian
will not.
the Canadians do not want to
does
come
their
to
job.
America.
Canadians
They have
are not
better
concerned
systems than us. They
with
don't
their
wanna come over.
border. They're not
They don't wanna
concerned
come over
with their border.
Because
You
no
can
one's
see
coming
that,
in there.
but you can see that they are not concerned
doing-
and that
no
it's
one's-
less
no one's
secure.
going. No one's
If
going. to
anything,
no one's going to
if
Canada.
anything.
Be honest.
if I really wanted to,
All right,
No one's
Sam,
going.
do you have an answer for this question? What should be the punishment for illegal immigrant?
Well, they should be sent back, I think. And
Right.
But like that wouldn't work for the people that have been here like a really long time though. So I don't know how you would fix that. But yeah.
Exactly. I feel like if you put into American society, you should be an American citizen. I don't care
Absolutely
how you
not.
came.
That's
I don't care how you came
No, sir.
to this country. I don't
No,
care
sir.
how you came to this country. If you
do not have documents
your
registered
effort
with
into
the
this
United
Do it
States,
the legal way. You can do that, but you got to do it the legal way.
What's
the
I
American,
say this,
Do it
Patrick.
the
Americanism.
legal way.
We were put it
Once-
into this
You
country.
just
Once
can't
you're
railroad
illegal-
yourself in the. You can't
once-
railroad
Oh,
yourself in
stop
there.
talking. Stop
No,
talking.
sir.
I'm
No,
talking.
sir. No, sir.
If
No,
you
sir.
put into American society, you should be an American citizen. If you come here and do nothing, if you don't work, if you don't join our military, if you don't try to go to school, if you don't try to become an American in your heart, you're not an American. Go back to where you came from. But if you put in your effort into the society, we should be giving props to at least trying to become a better person.
We can
Giving
we can speed up the
giving
process.
perks to
One
immigration.
second. Aiden,
Right.
I have a question for you because
Okay,
I
go.
see where you're going.
Go.
Let's say I come to your house right now.
Yeah.
hmm You didn't invite me. I kicked your door in and I came. I found me a bedroom. I said, "This is my
You did.
This
You
is my
did.
bed."
Tell
Oh,
you that
now
you
I'm dead.
did.
Okay, now I'm dead. You didn't even give me a chance to offer. So why are we holding a double standard? This is our country we're talking about here. You're okay with them just kicking our door down and coming over here.
A house
That's
is not a
fine.
country. A house is not a country.
It's the
A
same
house
thing.
is a-
No, it's the same
It's
thing.
a hypothetical. He's
Because
putting you
once
in a
again,
hypothetical.
if let's
It's
say
a-
I go to your
it's
house
all-
and you don't kill me, I go into the room. You said I got to offer something to society. Bet that room stays clean because that's my life. I need it clean. I don't want to live in filth. I'm not doing it because I'm helping you. Talking about people have to work. Working doesn't help them. They got to survive, don't they? So
Yeah.
am I now considered a part of the? Am I a part of the Aiden family? Because I make my
No,
I
because
might
this is a
come and
house.
make
We're
I
talking
make
about a country here.
2 meals
You're
for the
you're
family.
pulling straw mans right now. That's not going to work on me. You work on
I'm
me
not pulling
because
a
you
straw
know
man.
why? I firmly support the idea that once you put into this country, you're an American
But
citizen.
if I come
Once an illegal immigrant,
if I
always an illegal
to your home,
immigrant.
I'm not an illegal
Nah,
immigrant,
Caleb,
correct?
nah, bro.
Once an illegal immigrant, always an illegal immigrant.
Always,
Unless you are
always.
documented.
Unless you go and get the documents.
Now, if we
Exactly.
speed up, we may be able to speed up that process
No,
for
you
you.
speed nothing
Make
up.
it,
Because I
but
have to make sure that I
still,
have the
you're
most amount
That's
of
my
time to
idea.
make sure who I'm
That's my
dealing
idea.
with and who I'm letting into this country. We can't just let Tom, Dick, and Harry into the country and then Tom, Dick, and Harry go blow up the towers. We've seen it happen.
Okay, all right, all
We've
No,
right.
seen
that's
it happen.
racist. That's racist. That's
How's that racist? How's that racist?
Why do illegal immigrants have to be terrorists? Why would you connect those two? Why would you connect those two?
Because I don't know. I don't know who they are.
Most of them are.
I just told you we see
Central America.
gangs and cartels coming across our border illegally. Yes,
that's
there's
terrorism right there as it is.
families, but there's other stuff, right?
I don't
This
know
is
what I
something
don't
that
know
I truly
what I don't
believe.
know I don't know the point that you're trying to pull.
I
but it's
truly
not
believe this. Never accept something in a win that you wouldn't accept in a loss. So if you wouldn't accept them coming in with guns and selling drugs, don't accept them when they're not coming over here with drugs and guns. And
We're going to go to the next question because you're pulling straw mans. It's not working. Anyways, is abortion a fundamental right, and should there be restrictions on it? Caleb.
Blessed. Um, no. We cannot allow, for the killing of innocent children, innocent babies. Okay, nevertheless, let me not say nevertheless that you decide to do that, but in the instance that you are impregnated, you were giving that blessing from God Himself to be fertile enough to carry.
Praise the Lord.
To be fertile enough to carry one of His children.
Amen.
A blessing right there.
Amen.
And if you decide to discard, I'm gonna use that word, discard that blessing because you feel as if you're not ready to be a parent, or you feel as if the circumstances or the cards are not in your hand correctly, you need to be penalized for that.
Next question. Next person, Sam.
I think. Let's see.
Take your time. Take your time.
You got it. That's all right.
Let the Lord use you.
Let Him use you.
Sam, are you here?
Lips was a little dry.
He said he
Can
can't.
you hear me?
Ah.
Hello.
Sam, can you hear us?
Can you hear me? Hello.
We can hear you.
Oh, you can hear me. Okay. Yeah. So, like, there should be an exception to save the mother's life, but once you go past that, I'm not really for it.
All right.
And people should be more responsible with their, I don't know, doing things that can get you pregnant.
Right.
All right. Nick.
Well, I'll say this. You see, it should be a right and up until probably 15 weeks. That's probably the maximum I would ever go. 15 weeks. Now, I live in Ohio, and as you know, we recently had a ballot issue. I think it was issue 1, I believe, issue 1. Now, I don't know all the details about it. I've listened in. Yeah, I've listened in. And look, if the people want to decide that crap, they can go ahead and decide it. I'm not. Look, if we're gonna do states' rights, if we're gonna do states' rights, right? Then let the people decide each and individual state. What basically what we should do as folks that are that are like pro. I wouldn't. I don't know how I would say this.
You got it. Take your time.
There's just a moral limit. There's a moral limit. Nigga got the time machine in the basement. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Anyways, that's what I was saying. That's crazy.
Yeah.
There should just be a moral limit, all right? And what Republicans should do is campaign on that. You see, the Democrats, they're running away with elections.
Amen.
because they saying, oh, they're gonna take your rights away. They're gonna take your rights away and shit like that. And it's like, see, this is why Republicans couldn't get that shit. Couldn't get that the no votes in Ohio. That it's just the matter of fact of campaigning. Then I try to rig an election, bruh, Caleb, bruh.
All right, let's go ahead and go to Patrick. Let's hear what Patrick.
Yeah, Patrick.
Wonderful.
I'm gonna speak on this one.
Go ahead, you got it.
Y'all know I am a Christian, right?
Yes.
I'm a Christian, right?
I would hope so.
God fear.
Y'all know that I support liberty, right? At the same time, right?
Yeah.
This is why I disagree. I think it's a right in certain circumstances, not all in, but in 3 cases: life of the mother, if the child is incested.
Where's that clip?
And if the family is poor. Those are the 3 cases. If the family is poor. Now, Patrick, you like to disagree with me on the incest case, but do you still hold that case? Do you still hold that case?
Yes, I do.
All right, explain your case. Explain your point.
Anybody who's been watching this show for a long time knows what I'm about to do. You got a sister. And you got a brother.
Oh Lord.
Oh hell no.
If that sister and brother does what they do, and they know what they're doing, she's not being forced, and she knows what she's doing, and she becomes pregnant, she does not have a right to kill that child. You knew what you were doing.
All right, let me rebuke this. Here we have. Can you all see my screen? Can you all see my screen?
No, we cannot.
No,
we can't see us.
Yes, we can.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
Oh,
This is
my God.
Oh, this again.
Why should you put this into the world? Why should you put that into the world? That is it.
So
What
what
is
you
that?
are gonna do is crash on God's creation. God made that in its own beauty. It is.
Aiden trying to do the emotional
It
card
is,
right now.
it is a beautiful child, nevertheless,
So
because
I
it was
want,
made
I,
by our God. We're not
it
gonna do
died. I was.
Why would you
God
want that
after
to be in the world? Why would you want that for your child?
It was
He
genetically
will be
compromised.
slow. He will be
It
slow.
was
He will be
genetically
slow. Will look
compromised.
weird.
It
He'll be
died
slow.
hours after birth. It died hours after birth.
But this is an incested child, and you want
What
that to be
percent
in the
of
world.
incest children look like that?
A lot. We do you? It's a
No,
family in. It's a family in West Virginia that is
I'm
all incest.
aware.
You
They-
talking
they
about?
can't-
I know exactly who you talking about. That family has been inbred for hundreds of years. Hundreds of years.
The niggas couldn't stop fucking each other.
Oh,
Couldn't stop fucking each other. Niggas couldn't stop-
Let's watch our language. Watch our language, please. Watch our language.
You'll get us shut down. Can he? It's not the 70s no more. We don't got free speech.
Next question. Should teachers or staff members be allowed to carry firearms as a means to protect their school?
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes, 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 yes. and another yes. I live in Texas.
Yes,
Most
you
of
do.
the teachers in Texas got a license to carry a gun anyway.
Already.
And if they really wanted to hurt you, they got your address, your parents' number, where you work. They got it, all that. They come get you. They come get you right then and there. They got the license to carry. Most of them got the gun. I had this talk with my reading teacher. Senior year. She said, I got a license to carry. They right here. Boom. Pulled it out. I was with another teacher. He's my economics teacher. We were in Atlanta for a competition. He said, "This is me at the shooting range." Yeah, I got me one. Oh. But you don't trust them to have guns. They already got them. They already have them. If they
Sam,
really
do you
wanted
have
to
a
do
take on this?
something, come on now.
Yes, I think they should be able to.
Caleb.
You know, I agree. I agree they should be able to. But also, we don't need to be open carrying. I don't need to see that 45 right there on your hip while I'm trying to get to English and language arts. So if you want to do close carry,
Does it make you nervous?
Concealed carry? Concealed?
absolutely. Absolutely. As a student,
I don't
I
know.
would be nervous.
I don't know.
So
The difference.
close carry, concealed carry. I think absolutely that would be that would I feel like if I would feel more safe if it was close carry and I knew they had it instead of me seeing you with the pump shotgun behind your back. I feel like that would be
Nobody
safe.
is putting a pump shotgun behind their back.
We don't know. We don't know that, do we? We don't know that, do we?
Yes, we do. No one's doing that.
We don't. We
No one's
don't.
doing
Nobody's
that.
carrying
I
that
got
one.
I got one sitting right here next to me. I might pull it on my shoulder and just
But you're not
walk into the
You're not in
schoolhouse.
public. I don't know if you're in your house because unless you're Wallstein, we get every car that passes you by. But you're not at school. You're not in public. Okay, that's number one. Number two, you live in Texas.
Yes, I do.
You ever
God
go?
bless it.
You ever go to HEB? I don't know
Yeah.
about you, but where I live in HEB, I can put $100 and I'm gonna make it every time. That you're gonna see at least 2 guns open carrying.
No, sir.
At least 2.
No, sir.
We got constitutional carry here. You don't even need a license to do it.
It's true.
So are you nervous of living in your state because you see them everywhere?
Not nervous to living in my state, but as a student, and then again, we have young children. Now we're just talking about school teachers,
All right.
elementary, middle school.
If a person coming to school with a Glock 19, I'm gonna show you. If they come what is the teacher going to do? What is the teacher going to do? What is the teacher going to do? This is why we need
The
teachers
teacher is
that-
gonna respond. It's right there. He's gonna respond.
It's
But
better protection for our school.
If I'm in kindergarten and my elementary school teacher got a 9/11 right next on the hip, I'm gonna be terrified to learn the 1, 2, 3s. Terrified.
Kindergarten doesn't know what a 9/11 is.
Well, I know what a 9/11 is. That's what I'm referring to.
Were you raised in the country?
Absolutely.
That's the difference. These
Absolutely.
city slickers.
But we
that-
have to account
the
for
city-
every
the
student.
city slickers running around here don't know what that is.
They don't.
They gonna say,
They don't. But we have to account for every
I
student. I think we should have closed carry in school.
I spoke at a school.
Concealed.
Oh, scary me. You mean
I said concealed.
I spoke at a school that was for kindergarten all the way to 12th grade. And all the students were there, and I was speaking to them about politics, staying in school, all that good stuff. And the teacher, principal, whatever you want to call him, he was open carrying. Kindergartners didn't have no problem with that. They was open carrying. And the elementary school that I went to, a private Christian school, our principal, he open carried on the school premises. And when I saw the gun, I didn't get scared. I knew what it was because, of course, we have our own in our own home. But I didn't get scared of that. So I feel like you're overreacting.
I'm not.
All right. I think we're going over time.
We'll go with the next one.
Nick, do you have a comment, Nick?
Well, I really don't have a problem with it. I mean, like living out here in Ohio, I've learned to deal with the fact because, like Patrick said, I'm a kind of one of them city slickers, kind of one of them city slickers. But I've grown used to it. And really, I really don't have a problem if the teacher's gonna make sure. I'm gonna explain that later, Patrick. But
You don't need to reply to the chat. It's private for a reason. Continue.
anyways, as I was saying, I mean, if the teacher's gonna have a gun, it should be no problem because you know what, that teacher's most likely gonna save our lives in the event that a school shooting may happen, and so I mean, I just don't have no problem with it. Now you better not do that teacher wrong because he gonna pull out that thing on you, pow pow pow, you done. That's it, game over. Like I mean, so why you say I'm the same color as the wall, bro? Anyway, yeah, that's my opinion on it.
Next question: should there be reparations considered considered the fact that there has been historical injustices and economic disparities faced by marginalized racial communities such as the Black people, homosexuals,
Let me turn my computer and make sure I heard that last part right.
Mexicans, people of color in general.
I heard homosexuals.
I just,
Sorry, I just heard them.
that's what I thought I heard too. I thought I heard homosexuals.
Nick, I did say homosexual. Nick,
No, honestly, you Negroes don't deserve no money. Y'all don't deserve no money. Y'all don't deserve no money. We don't deserve no money. You know the white people. You know what? The white people. You see, yeah, bro. Bro. You know the white people. You know they treated us wrong. Yeah, they treated us wrong. But guess what? When we didn't get Lincoln, he only get 50%. Yeah, probably. But you know, President Lincoln, he was gonna give us them reparations, but he didn't give us them reparations because he died. He died. But yet we still progressed as a community, even despite the Jim Crow laws and all that, and moving up north and during the Great Migration. You know, it's just the fact that moving on earlier, what we said earlier about us as the Black community rising up, not letting the white man give us a handout. We ain't gonna let the white man give us a handout. We could work for ourselves. That's all I gotta say on it.
Caleb.
Well, you know, my family did receive their reparations. We got 40 acres and a mule. Way back when. So, do I think now? Do we need reparations for considering their historical injustice and the homosexuals? Considering, especially, you know, I don't think the reason that they received their reparations is because they had nothing. They had nothing at all. They were slaves. Okay? They had to start at some point. So I don't think now, with people who do have things, but when I mean they have nothing, they had nothing at all. Nothing. The people who have things now, why do they need reparations for? What are the reparations for? It was to get them back on their feet. So I don't think we need reparations.
My comment on this question is that simply reparations. It sounds good, but in practice, we going broke. We had stimulus checks. Look what happened. Economic downfall. It's no such thing as a free handout. We see that every day. You print money, you go into more inflation, printing more money. You're making your own life a mess. Look at this. You go to the store, get some eggs. The eggs $3. When has that ever happened? In 2020, you can go to the store and get eggs for 99 cents. Now, $2, $2.58. All these prices is because we're printing money, more money. We're putting more money. We're pulling more money out of the Federal Reserve, and we're printing more money into the Federal Reserve. We're doing all of these transactions, more economic downfall. So, how much Black people is it in America? Many Black people. So, if we just did this, you get money, 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 you get money.
I don't think
How would that affect our economy? How do you think that would affect our economy?
Too many.
I don't think giving money would help anything. You need to fix the issues and stuff that are in the communities.
We already do
Just
that.
throwing
We
money
printing
at
more
it
money.
doesn't really.
We printing money doing that. Look at
Sam, what are the issues in the black community?
Hmm?
What are the issues in the black community?
Well, not all of them, but there's some where where it's pretty poor and there's not a lot. Like the schools are kind of not very good, but it depends where you're talking about. Like I'm talking about like West Mississippi and like those places, Baltimore, stuff like that.
Patrick.
I want to kind of go back to what Mr. Ohio said. Lincoln was supposed to give us our reparations, 40 acres and a mule. And Caleb said that he got his 40 acres and a mule. I just got 2 questions. Caleb, where is your mule right now? Where the mule at?
Well, if the mule was still alive, it'd be.
Oh,
about
okay. Stop right there. Stop right
so
there.
it's not alive.
Where are the 40 acres?
Huntsville, Texas. I can give you the area code if you need it.
I don't need it. Okay, so I want people to, now he got 40 acres and no mule. And I'm not finna work on 40 acres by myself. I need a mule. 40 acres and a mule don't solve nothing. Half these black folk don't know what to do with the mule once you give it to them. And if you give them money, they're gonna buy veneers, they're gonna buy these Roches and Gucci, and they don't know how to take care of their money. They want to look like Cardi B and 21. Okay. Because they don't know what to do with their finances. That's why we don't have generational wealth. They want to go buy the nicest gun, the flashiest car, and then they get repoed 2 weeks later. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Your uncle then pull up one party with a Corvette. Oh, that's nice. 2 weeks later, he pull up in a Honda Accord. What happened to the Corvette? Oh, they came and got it. And don't nobody think that's wrong? Got you give it to the men, half they reparations going to backed up child support. You give it to the women, that's going to some liposuction. They're gonna get them a BBL. So we have cultural issues that we need to fix in the black community. Ain't no economic disparities. Do you know how much money the black community would have if men weren't giving all their paychecks to child support and the women weren't taking it to get BBL? That's over $1,000 that's still in your bank account. Ain't nothing wrong with a red Mitsubishi. Ain't nothing wrong with a little clown car until you can get yourself a Porsche, a Audi, a Lincoln, and a BMW. Ain't no, 4 wheels is 4 wheels. If you got a bike. Gas is expensive. I got me a little electric scooter down there right now. You'll go up to the little gas station, give me a bag of chips. Don't cost no money. Right? So until they know how to use their money wisely, I'm not gonna support reparations. And we got to figure out who was a slave. My folks weren't no slaves. We weren't no slaves. Sam probably got more slaves in his family than I do.
That's
When Caleb got his slaves, they mule died. Could have buried it next to my dog. Now, and there's my dog right there. He passed away December 31st at 2:30 in my arms. God rest his soul. And then what about people like Nicholas? They gonna give them 50%? Or they gonna say, Nick, you're not actually 50%. You 48.3. We gonna give you that much. 48.3%.
We got you 18 acres and half a mule.
Right. They gonna give you the hind part of the mule. Come on now, we got to be realistic with this.
Next question.
Well, no, I wanna say something real quick before we go to that next.
And
Okay.
Caleb, why your name say senator? What you the senator
Well,
of?
it's a great state of Texas. So, like I was saying, we turned that 40 acres and a mule into 500 plus acres. We made economic stability of cattle farming and farming in general, agriculture. So some people, I
Who did that?
know Patrick hates to believe it. Some
Who
black
did
people
that? Who
know
did
how to
that?
manage their money,
did that?
manage their money,
Who did
and
that?
make
Who did that?
generational wealth.
Who did
My
that?
great grandfather did that.
Where the cows at right now?
Huntsville, Texas. I can give you the area code.
Send me the area code. I'm gonna drive by there.
Don't worry about it. I got you.
Playing out in Huntsville too.
All right, next
How much
question.
drop by we gonna compare?
Should Christian values play a role into shaping public policy? Should we not separate church and state? Should we disobey the Constitution, the First Amendment? Should we, or should there be a respect for the Constitution and the
Huh?
First Amendment rights of separation of church and state? Sam, answer the question, please. First,
What? Wait. So you think that it's supposed to be like? Do you think it's supposed to be like the church isn't supposed to influence the state? I guess because what the founders um, envisioned was they were more concerned about the state influencing the church instead of vice versa.
how do you
Because
know
the
that?
church,
How do you know that?
Were you there?
no, but shoot. Sorry, hold on a second. But yeah, like basically, if you know kind of like what was going on, but then religion was just kind of like it was kind of everyday thing, like it was in everything. So kind of like the way it is now, they would see that as kind of weird, like so. Yeah, definitely, I think it should. Church should influence state to some extent, and I think it always will. Either if the people are religious or not religious, that can influence both ways. But you know,
All right.
but the state shouldn't be telling churches what they can say or not say.
Caleb,
I don't think that.
you have
Yes.
a response?
Whether we decide to make it a law or a bill or however y'all want to do this, the religious policy and religious beliefs will always play a role in politics. Okay, because representatives and senators and whatever position you may hold, they're still going to vote based upon their personal beliefs and what they think is ethical or unethical. So regardless, it doesn't matter. Okay, if when I'm the senior senator for the for the great state of Texas, I'm still gonna vote. I'm still gonna vote based upon some of my religious beliefs. So that's my stance.
This is where I disagree with you as a Christian.
Why you always got to disagree? Lord have mercy.
Before you do that, I
Now,
want to point out Caleb got the same outfit on he got in his Instagram profile. Continue.
You. Yes, I do. I do.
America is a melting pot between many religions. I wouldn't want to enforce my personal beliefs on crackhead Bobby on the corner, my Muslim friend next door, my atheist cousin across the street, my Mexican Catholic that live behind me. I wouldn't want to enforce my personal beliefs on them because we all have different views. We all hold different views. Why should an American country that left Britain because of religious purposes, religious freedom to believe what you want? They were forced to believe a certain point of view in Christianity. They was forced to go to church. They was forced to hold certain beliefs by their government. We came, well, white people, they came to we was forced here. They came here. They came here to have religious freedoms. Like now,
Yes,
now
my
slaves,
family.
we now something like you, we might have some slaves in this car, some slave bloodline in this car. This car. We might have some in this car. Our bloodline was forced here, but the moral of the story is America is freedom, America is liberty, and we must abide by the Constitution when it says the government cannot restrict freedom, or I mean religious purposes in general. We can't force a view on everybody because America is a melting pot. Many religions, many people, many different views. You can't set a standard. Everybody's not going to comply. I'm telling you that now. If Nick tells me to wear black socks on Wednesdays, I'm not going to listen because that's not normal. That's not my point of view. You should only wear black socks on Wednesday. That's the government itself cannot enforce ideas on one person because it's a melting pot, or on all people because it's a melting pot of people. If that makes sense, Nick.
I think it should be separate. I agree with you. And to be honest, there should be a separation of the church and state. I mean, Caleb has a point where a senator may, even though Caleb isn't a senator, but a point being, senators may vote a certain way, and that's fine because I mean the people elected them to make decisions like that. So I mean, it's like a separation of church and state is the way to go because the Constitution made it so we don't do something like that. We don't want to break the Constitution now. We don't want to do that.
Well, there's also a difference between playing a role and then, like forcing your views on somebody. It's not exactly the same thing.
I agree with Sam here. I think the question was it was written correctly, but people didn't understand it. As a Christian, everything that I do is modeled after my Christianity. So when I'm in Congress and I go to write a bill, why would I write a bill that contradicts my belief?
Why should you be trying to force your personal beliefs on a country that you're supposed to be representing equally?
I'm not forcing. I'm not gonna write.
Oh no, you're forcing. If that bill that you made was put into, if that bill that you made was put into act, it will go apply to every single American in this country. You cannot, as a politician, you cannot put your personal beliefs ahead of the progress of American people.
I didn't cut you off. So let's not cut me off.
No, I'm speaking right now. I'm speaking right now.
You had your turn. You spoke for 10 minutes.
Reclaiming my time.
Now.
Reclaiming my time.
You never had no time to reclaim.
Reclaiming my time. Reclaiming my time.
I want to use a great example. I want to use a great example of what a hypocritical Christian is. You have people who say that they're against something, right? And, as Christians, we all fall into our moments of weakness. And we do things that we shouldn't do. But if we continue to shape the way we act, our policy, you won't have those moments of weakness because you walk the walk and you talk the talk. So I, as a Christian, walk the walk and I talk the talk. I'm not going to vote for a bill that goes against my morals and values. I tell people there's nothing that I won't do unless it violates my manhood, my morals, and my religion. If it violates those three things, then I can't do it for it. I'm sorry. Because my goal is to get to heaven, not about how you feel about me. That's my end goal, is to get to heaven.
Right. And I'm gonna have to add on to what Patrick said.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Because
because every like you said, every Christian has their moment of weakness, and where their faith is questioned and how they respond to it. I'm not gonna point any fingers here. But when their faith is questioned, it's how they respond to that. It's how they respond to that is what defines what their religion is and what their religious beliefs are. I just want to say.
Or is it how they act in that moment of weakness?
No, it's how they respond to it, because let's not forget that Jesus. Let's not forget that God gave His only Son.
When Jesus was hungry,
no.
He said, "Make these stones
Jesus was
bread."
a perfect
Jesus
man.
didn't make the stones.
Jesus was the perfect man.
But isn't our goal to be more like Him? So when it comes to something as easy as that moment of weakness that me and you are both referring to, you won't do something like that. I know.
No, I might be referring to something different because I'm not referring to. Sure. But like I was.
It doesn't matter what that moment of weakness is. If you're a Christian, you can overcome. Don't fall into the grips of.
I knew we were not going to be perfect. Okay, that's why He gave His Son so that we didn't have to be perfect. It's when we rebuked our sins that is when we are in His perfect ideology.
I'm glad you know the word.
Well, y'all just spent a good 2 minutes. All right, Nicholas, put that finger down. 2 minutes arguing with each other on the subject y'all agreed on. Let's see. Do we have another question, or should I add a lightning question on?
So
Ooh.
a lot of here.
I have to add a question on. Let's see what question I'm about to pull out.
Oh Lord.
Go pull it out his hat, you know?
What were the questions you asked before I got here?
Caleb, stop texting me.
We spent a while arguing on one thing, so it don't even matter.
No. Get away from me.
I know where you at.
What?
Nothing.
No.
Let's go ahead and go to that next
Say it
question.
with your chest next time, buddy.
Okay, is taxation good or bad? Is heavy
Is what?
taxation? Is taxation?
Oh,
Supposed to tell us who start. That's how this works.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I was having Sam.
depends how much, probably.
Um,
There's an acceptable amount, and then there's too much. Like, and then, people are going to move where, like, if it's a lot of people move to Florida and Texas because they don't have state income tax. So,
Yep.
Thank
try
you,
to
Mr.
keep it low, and then,
my ideal on taxation is the government should not be stealing your money. You should not be able to work at McDonald's and you come home to a $70 paycheck because honestly you're already working at McDonald's and the government they just come in. Let me see this. Like, can I hold $1? They take your money. They take your money. Wait a second. I'm gonna give you.
yeah, I think it should be lower than it is, for sure.
5% flat tax rate.
This is your paycheck. This is your paycheck. The government. Oh, we're going to take that. Oh, we're going to take child support. Oh, we're going to take medical tax.
No. Wait a minute.
Oh,
The government
we're gonna
don't have to
take
take child support if you take care of your child.
Is that prop money?
Well, that was
No,
real.
this is real.
The government don't have to
Yeah,
take child
that's-
support
yeah,
if you
that's
take care
real.
of your child. So let's not use that as an example. I
prop.
strongly support taxation.
I see the prop.
I strongly support taxation. I am pro taxes because the government needs money because they don't know how to keep their own. So they need somebody's. I'm all the way in support of a 5% flat tax rate. Or 10, right? For everybody. And that's what you give to Uncle Sam. Take 10% off the top, give it to Uncle Sam to run. And then when you get into stuff like child support and all that, those are personal decisions that you made in your lifetime that you have to repay.
Actually, we have men or women just following child support for no reason. For no reason, absolutely no reason.
No, you had a baby.
No,
That's the
no,
reason,
they're
right?
money hungry. They want to pay for their own stuff. We have men trying to
Is
go
the
out
man
and get
is the
shoes.
man paying for the child in any way?
Oh, they could be. I know cases where the parents are providing. You said it earlier, Patrick. You said it earlier that what they was doing with the welfare money. You said it earlier what they was doing with the
Right, but at the same time, you still got to get that child support because if that child support wasn't there, the mama nor the child would be getting anything.
But what if the mama's spending it all up?
Now this comes to a moral issue. This is a moral issue because should the government step in and say if you're using that money for other things, how can you prove that? I don't know. Then we can say okay, unless you want to use like a food stamp card, a child support card. Maybe you got your child support card on you, yes ma'am. We'll buy you some. But we already know they sell food stamps too. Black people they don't do right. They don't do right. They can't be on time. They just can't keep the money.
He wasn't on time today. We can already see that.
We weren't on time today. So I mean it
Whoa! I know we.
You.
Here on time.
It's you.
who? I was picking up my dog's ashes. I don't know what to tell them. I had some sight.
That's sad.
Thank you so much.
Damn shit. Rest his soul. Rest his soul.
Amen. And I hope him and the donkey up there just playing with each other. The mule. Him and the mule. Romeo, find that mule. Don't bite him. Amen.
Amen. Next question.
Don't tear to his eyes.
Yeah, I know. I know. It's so sad. God rest his soul.
Next question.
And the mule. Amen. Have a double funeral.
What is your? This is the last question, by the way. What is your opinion on Don't Say Gay, Nick?
Don't be gay. That's it. Don't be gay. Think about it. If
No,
you don't
no,
be
no,
gay,
no, 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 no.
Nah, I know what it means. I know what it means. Just don't be gay. That's it. If you don't be gay, then you don't have to do. Don't say gay. Think about it. You know, if you know, just think about it. Think about it. Think about it. You know, if you don't want somebody questioning you liking another man, and for example, then it's like, you know, what? Bro, y'all keep on texting down there. It's like this. Let me think about this. If you don't want nobody asking, don't do something that would make somebody ask. That's what I'm trying to say. Don't do something that would make somebody ask. That's yeah.
I'm gonna let Sam go before me. Go ahead.
Sam,
I don't know what that is exactly.
dude, Ron DeSantis Don't Say Gay bill.
Oh, I don't follow him. So, I mean, I don't pay attention to what he does. So.
I don't blame you. You know, I like the Don't Say Gay bill. I like the Don't Say Gay bill. You know, especially now, because I'm gonna look at this from both sides, LGBT side and the other side. First, LGBT side. There's a lot of people out here, and they're doing things, and they try to say that it's not gay, but it is. It is, and they need to be educated. They need to be educated on what being gay is. You know, don't do things that make people question you.
Exactly.
I disagree here.
1 second, I'm not
Government-
finished. I'm not finished. Don't let.
But I'm starting
This is
now.
from an
I'm starting
educated. This is
starting
from an
I'm
education
starting
side.
now. Starting
This
now.
is on an education side. Don't walk around pretending to be a woman online when you sound like Debo. You know, these are things that people have to talk about. And so I believe that this bill doesn't help people like that, because now they're doing whatever they want and they think that what they did was okay, and they try to justify it with different things. Then you have the idea of people like me. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to see it. I don't want to learn about it. No, don't shake.
That's right.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to see about it. I don't want to do nothing like that. Right? So I feel like there's a pro and a con to these bills. There's a pro and a con. And so there's some things that people need to get educated on what's right and what's wrong. And no matter how you say, yeah, I did it and it's okay, but I'm not that way. You are. You are. You did something that we need to question, and you're going to get questioned for it, like Nicholas said. So that's my take on it. You know, don't do things that are going to make people question you in the first place. And we won't have to make bills like this to protect you and other people.
Now,
Just don't say gay.
now my take on this.
Oh Lord.
The government itself should not be enforcing their religious values, personal values, moral values. The bill included a part that said the teachers can out their child to the parents. Some kids might not be comfortable. We could have abusive parents out there. If this, for example, if we have this is Emily, she's now identifies as
This nigga just
I
called
got
back.
I got you. I'm going to highlight that Emily.
this is okay. That is Emily. She now identifies as Jerome. We need a parent now. That is
Jerome.
That's
now,
crazy.
pull out another one. Now we have abusive parent crackhead Bobby that lives in a trailer park. He found out that his daughter is now trans and became a man. What do you think he's gonna do? He will torture?
He gonna knock
We
the
don't-
Jerome out of her. He knocked
The
it
school,
down. That's
the
what he did.
schools does not know what the child living environment is. So why should schools out the child? Why
My
should
thing-
they do that?
Why the school will tell you if your child is in a fight. The school gonna tell you if your child is failing. The school gonna tell you everything about your child. But that's where we draw the line. You're telling people, the teachers, that the name that your parents told them to call you is not your actual name.
I didn't say that. I said out.
That's what it is. That's what being out is. When you call and say, "Hey, I'm saying that
We
their name is
see
Jerome,
this is
not
what
Emily.
this is why people Republicans don't win the popular vote. No appeal to these groups that's getting
I don't care about
pressured
the
in
popular vote.
states.
I care about electoral.
This is why Republicans don't win. Y'all are stupid. Y'all think
We win in
Okay,
Texas.
okay, okay. So here's
We're
here's
winning
here's
in
y'all
here's.
think
Texas. We're
all right,
winning.
be
Let me say
quiet.
this.
Be quiet. Y'all
Let
think
me say
stupid
this.
stuff. Y'all
No,
could
no, no.
like
You had your time to speak. I'm speaking. I'm speaking, Mr.
I don't
President.
I'm
think
I'm
we
speaking.
speaking.
speak on
I'm
this
speaking.
topic.
I'm speaking. I'm speaking.
I'm speaking.
Like I said, what?
You're muted. You're muted now. I'm speaking.
I don't think he should speak on this topic anyway.
So y'all know I would probably be a Republican if the Republicans were smart, right? Y'all know I would probably would if the Republicans were a smart party.
If you were, you'd be
Probably
considered
would.
a rhino. You're a
I know I
neo.
would. I'm already called a dino now. It wouldn't matter. I don't care. It don't. I'm not studying them. But the issue is we have these political parties, the government itself, putting pressure on these individual groups. Black people, they will probably be Republicans if Republicans appealed to them. If Republicans didn't have all these random things like we had a Michigan governor candidate saying, "Why do black people vote Democrat?" He did not have to run that in the ad. That is why he lost his campaign. He had no appeal to the voters in Michigan. He went around saying, "Why do black people vote Democrat?" Why did you have to put that in the ad? Why? For what reason? That's not you're not helping yourself. We have Republican candidates over here calling we have Mormon Republican candidates in Utah over here calling black people devils. No appeal, lost. If
They not
Republicans,
devils.
do you believe black people are devils?
Oh, I thought you said Democrats devils. No, I don't believe black people are devils.
Like Sam also believes this. If Republicans appealed enough to the black people will vote Republican, but Republicans don't. They just go around spewing random stuff out of their mouth, just
Well,
rambling. That's
the
why.
statistics disapprove. The statistics don't agree.
You're unmuted, Caleb too.
The statistics
So,
don't agree with you, Aiden. In the midterms, the Republicans gained in every category except the LGBT vote compared to 2020.
That's because both parties are being going towards a spot that's nobody likes. I'm telling you now,
So I don't think there's a change anything. What we need to do is pick better candidates.
better candidates that can appeal. Like I
No,
said,
no, not better candidates. Like just better candidates in general. You know, we could have easily won Georgia. We could have easily gotten Herschel Walker out of there. What's his name? What's the black senator?
Raphael Warnock.
Raphael Warnock. We could have easily gotten him out of there with a good candidate. Herschel Walker was not that candidate. I could have beat Raphael Warnock in Georgia. Come on now.
No, you could not. No, you could not. I'm telling you that now. Raphael
The
Warnock had
amount of Republicans that voted blank ballot. Stop it. Stop it.
that's because Trump meddled in the election. You know Trump
Yes,
lost
exactly.
Walker that
We
election.
don't.
You know it.
We
You
pick
know it.
good candidates like the one who should have won the primary, the other
Trump.
black guy.
Trump put these candidates into these swing races, and look what happened to those candidates. Michigan, Tudor Dix was out.
Trump's
She
endorsement
lost.
had over an 80% success rate. Stop it. Stop
Tudor
it.
Dixon. Those
Stop
are
it.
most South races. Tudor
Stop it.
Dixon. Shut up. Shut up. I said shut up.
80%.
Tudor-
Put some.
You're muted. You're going. Tudor Dixon, Michigan, 11-point loss. Doug Mastriano, the Nazi out of Pennsylvania, lost. Was that about 13%? We have all those swing state races that Donald Trump put his farthest right candidates in. They lost. If Republicans put in a sensible candidate, a compassionate Republican candidate into those races, they will win. Did it happen? No. The Republicans that we have now that Trump is running, they're too strict. They're like too hard. If they soften their views a little bit, they can swing those moderate voters that's in the swing state. Now with Democrats, I know in the Michigan Democratic Party, we run common sense candidates. Gretchen Whitmer has a 71% approval rating. She flipped Republican counties. Wonderful
I
Democratic
think
candidate.
some of them just need to focus on like more economic stuff.
Exactly. If Republicans stop spewing these social talking points, maybe they could win. I would probably support a Republican candidate if they did something common sense. And they
It's
wouldn't
kind of
run.
what happened like in Reagan's time. They
Yeah,
kind
I
of
would support a Reagan
focused on.
Republican. I would. A Trump Republican? No, definitely not. No.
But in today's politics, if a Republican comes talking like that, he's gonna lose Republican votes. He's not gonna win.
You're not going to win the whole state vote. You're only going to win the primary.
You're not gonna
Look
win.
at Lauren Boebert. She almost lost in a deep red district.
Her district's not deep red. Her district is swing.
Now it is because she's
It was
stupid.
always.
She's a
It's always
retard.
been. No.
Retarded. She's
It's always been
retarded.
swing.
She's retarded.
It's always been swing.
No, it has not. No, it has not.
Did it get
Look it up.
redistricted?
It
Maybe
got
I don't know.
redistricted. It's swing.
Let's
okay.
see
Probably yeah.
let's see her swing for the rate for the district.
What is this?
Yeah, check it before
That's
they
why she went from the
redistricted it.
Colorado 3rd District to the Colorado 4th District, which is the opposite sides of the state. Which I strongly support Trent Lisley for the Colorado 4th District. Great friend of mine. But it's a swing state. You have to fight for that district.
I know somebody who lives there. It's definitely red.
It's swing
It's
right
R+7. It's R+7.
No, it isn't. It's swing. It's swing.
That's no. If Cook PVI says R+7, how are you going to tell me when I'm
For
looking at
which
the
district?
redistricting
What's the
map?
district? 3 or 4?
CO3. In 2020, it was +6. In 2022, it was +7. So they
Old
redistricted
three.
to be more
Where's
red.
the old three?
They redistricted, but before that,
three.
when she
The old three
It was
is R+12.
before that. How are you going to tell me I'm looking at the redistricted map right now? You want me to share my screen? Do you want me to share my screen? You're complaining for no reason. Do you want me to share my screen?
yes,
How do you share your screen? Because I have one too.
It should be I don't think you all have access to it, but I'm gonna share my screen.
Oh yeah, maybe not.
I'm looking. Do y'all see it?
Yeah, probably not.
Oh, here.
No, I don't see it. Oh, there you go.
Look at this. In 2020, 2021 +6, 2022 R+7. It
Oh,
was more.
the
red.
old one was even more, I think,
Exactly.
because it on
It was so bad.
538 one
She was so.
it says 12. Yeah, it says 12 on 538. The old one.
Oh, it was.
And then the
+12.
new one is. It says the new one should be like R+15. So I don't know. That's weird.
Exactly. It
I
was
don't know.
it was a gain in Republican votes in that district because I know somebody who lives there. All you see in his area is Trump flags everywhere. It's a deep red area, and if Trump is not on that ballot in 2024, Lauren Boebert is in deep trouble. That's why she switched those districts. She's in deep trouble. She knows she is. A Democrat should have never got that close within 500 votes to flip that district. How do you fumble a +15 or +7 district? How do you do that? How does one do that to themselves? How does one?
So you're trying to these maps aren't correct because you're trying to tell me that Ken Buck's district is swing, which is not, and the one with one of the biggest cities, Pueblo, is red.
Are you looking at the share screen? Oh, you can't share a screen. But like I said, I can
I'm
call
not even
somebody.
different.
I can call somebody in this podcast and tell them I know somebody who lives in her district. I can call them.
I
into
can
this
call
podcast
someone
and they'll
too.
do the same thing. Call
We
somebody.
can call.
She'll do it.
You know,
Do it.
I can call the person who is running for against Lauren Boebert in the primary.
You call CO3. Do you know somebody in CO3?
Let's call. Let's call him.
I'm tired of retarded niggas. Anyways,
Oh my
No, we're
God,
gonna-
y'all done? Y'all still going?
We're gonna make a phone call, and we're gonna let's sit
make
there
a phone call.
and
I
we're gonna
got
make
time
this
today.
call.
I got
do too.
time today.
I do too.
Well, nigga, I don't.
Lord, man.
Oh, that's that third. That's that fourth ring. He ain't answering. Go ahead, put
Yeah.
that phone down.
That's
Go ahead, put that phone. Mm-mm.
Oh, he answered. Reed,
Hi.
I have a question for you about Colorado.
Okay.
Ask for CO3.
How long has Lauren District's Colorado 3 district been a swing district?
I think since probably happened in 2020.
Okay, and the district she's running in now is where R plus what?
I think R+5.
What about CO3? How R plus is that?
What about CO3?
Colorado
How R
Third
plus was
District.
that?
Who's this?
Reed. I'm currently on a podcast right now, Reed, and we're arguing about
Oh.
Lauren Boebert.
Okay, well I'll lay it out. So CO4, which is the district Trent's running in, is like a +20. Like Ken Buck in 2022 beat the Democrat just because he's a Republican by 20 points. people didn't even like Ken Buck that much. She won by 20 points. Her district, Lauren Boebert, CO3, is a +5. She hot because CO4 is a +20. It's solidly red.
So once again, Lauren Boebert's Colorado 3 district she was gonna have to fight for it because
Well, also what she's doing is totally messed up and stupid and wrong because
Exactly. She's stupid. That's why she losing the lead.
Well, hold on. So she claims, oh my gosh, George Soros poured $10 million into my CO3 race, so I have to switch. Hey, genius. He's doing the same thing here now because the Democrat has raised $200,000 in like the past 2 days just because she switched districts. So now the Democrat won't win here just because you're not going to. Only 18% of CD4 Trent's district is Democrat. Only 18%. Okay.
And how much of Lauren Boebert's old district was Democrat?
I don't know about that, but
Higher than 18%. It was enough.
I guarantee it. Yeah.
Okay, so again, it's kind of like the situation we have in Georgia, where I mean, candidates matter. Lauren Boebert was jacking somebody off in a theater.
Well, also look.
Whoa.
It's
Whoa.
not even just that.
Everybody in this
Look,
thing here.
she has not introduced one bill